keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
G'day and welcome back to another episode of Last Minute Living. We are south of Brisbane today. We are down sort of towards the Gold Coast, so about an hour and a half trek. Found a little spot called Tambourine Mountain. Now, Tambourine Mountain's got a few little parks. We've got a few little waterfalls along the way. So we're going for a bit of a hike, going on a bit of a mission. But yeah, there's going to be a couple little fall systems. Just went to a lookout where they actually launch hang gliders as well. So that was a cool little spot. The view from up there was amazing. I'm going to try and get the view on the other side of the Gold Coast. You can see all the city through there. So fingers crossed we can find a spot to pull up. There's not actually a lookout that I can find, but I'll keep looking around and we'll see how we go. But I'm going to go for a little stroll and hopefully see some waterfalls. Right, so this track that I'm on now is called Witches Falls. So it's the first one we're going to today. We got a couple more. It's pretty quiet, which is good. Not too busy. I mean, it is a weekday, so bear that in mind. Coming down from Brisbane, took the exit net to go to Movie World. So looked for the theme parks, and then it was sort of out the back. Not too bad. Took a little bit of trouble finding it. Whatever map showed me was not correct, so did a bit more research and got onto that. But there's a few little tracks, fairly easy. I think they only range from sort of the 1 to 5 kilometre sort of distance, and pretty easy. A few little steps and things to be mindful of. Coming up the mountain as well, you just want to watch trailers. So if you've got caravans, campers, things like that, super steep, so probably don't recommend bringing those up if you can avoid it. So unfortunately, the access to view, that was the little viewing spot there. It wasn't the greatest, but it's also their dry season, so keep in mind that the water's going to be a little bit less. Come summertime, it will be probably a lot more water around, so it might be a bit more spectacular, but not a bad little walk through the rainforest, bit of a scenery change from Perth. I'm heading back now to location 2, so I'm going to shoot there. Hopefully we can get a little bit more on camera, something a bit more spectacular. There is a spot that the reviews seem to be really good, so I'll head there, check it out, but we're going to do a few more things around here before we have to go back to Brisbane, and unfortunately there's rain coming. So tomorrow, what day are we today? Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, possible rain. Friday I'll be coming back to Perth, so we'll see what we can do in the time. Hopefully find something to do whilst it's raining, but other than that, it's been a good trip. So let's get to the next location and check it out. So the reviews are in fact correct. Curtis Falls, where I am currently, seems to be the best one. So the falls itself, only about 500 metres, not even from the car park, but it does offer a 1.6 kilometre lower creek trail, which is what I'm on now. You got the creek running just through down there, all the way along. This track is a little bit more technical, a bit of rock. So yeah, be, I suppose, a little bit, well, not experienced, but you know what I mean. If you're stable on your feet, you can probably manage. But there's no footbridge that crosses the creek, so we've got to cross the creek and then we've got to come back around. So just be mindful. But you can walk about halfway down, and it tells you if you don't want to go any further, you can turn back. So something to keep in mind. But yeah, this is definitely a must-see if you're coming to Brisbane, specifically if you're on the Gold Coast. Come and check it out. It's not too far from the Gold Coast at all, so definitely worth the trip. We've got a skywalk supposedly coming up. I'm going to drive to it next. I've just seen the sign for it the other day. So we will take the punt, head out there while we're here, check it out, and hopefully it's all good. So stay tuned for that, guys. But yeah, so far it's been a pretty good day, pretty eventful. So I've just sat back in the car after Curtis Falls, did the little extra track, the lower creek track. Yeah, look, it was a bit difficult at times, but definitely recommend it. On the way at the start, on the way around, I thought, oh no, here we go. But on the way back, you saw a lot of little waterfalls, so that was really good. I tried to film a little bit of the creek crossing just to give you a bit of an idea. Look, easy enough to find rocks to step on, but there's probably just more the stability you got to watch out for. But yeah, like I mentioned before, there's a treetop walk, so I'm heading there. It's about 1.5 k's from where we are now. Super easy. From looking online, looks about $20 a head. So sounds worth it. Reviews seem pretty good, so The reviews for this place were good, so hopefully the next place will be just as good. So we'll go check it out. We'll do a bit of filming. Then we're going to shoot back to Brisbane and work out what we're going to do for the next few days. Obviously, like I said, raining. So we've got a lot of work to do. We've got to find some bits and pieces. We have to schedule videos, edit videos, get videos filmed as well. And then we'll be back in Perth on Friday. So by the time this is out, I should be back in Perth. And yeah, we've got another trip coming up. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, but no hints. So see if you can guess. I've actually done the treetop part, but there's a creek lookout, so I'm on my way there. Pretty simple, follow the green arrows. $21.50 to get in, pretty easy, about a 1.5 kilometre round trip. There's plenty to read, lots of little signs, walking up through the trees. There's heaps of information on local trees, local wildlife. Keep in mind koalas, platypus if you're very lucky, echidnas even, so definitely keep an eye out. They got plenty of info on all those. Sugar gliders if you're really lucky again, snakes, lizards, all that good stuff. So fingers crossed we might see something today, but if not, we'll head to the creek and check it out. Sounds like it's running pretty hard, so should be a good spectacle. Looks like we've made the creek lookout. Bit of interesting information I found out. Jamboree is the indigenous word for the bush limes that are out here. So that's why this place is called Mount Tambourine. So when it was settled, that's what they decided on as a name. But here's the creek lookout, guys. Again, lots of information. Platypus, turtles, eels, and even some marron, the freshwater crayfish. Whether you can see any platypus down there, good luck. But it is said that they are around, so a nice place to pull up, have a quick look. Now it's time to head back. We're doing this pretty quickly because I don't really want to catch the traffic on the way back to Brisbane. So, you know, like I said, if you're coming to the Gold Coast or if you've got a bit more time, I left pretty late. So if you've got a bit of time, come down, spend a bit of time, enjoy it. There's a few spots, so you could quite easily spend, you know, a little bit of time and really soak it in, have a look at it. So there's definitely a lot of awesome little spots around here. So we'll keep going, we'll head back to the car and we'll have to wrap this one up, I think. But so far, so good. So second attraction is the Cantilever Bridge. Just walking out in the treetops now. Warning, if you're afraid of heights, look away now. A little bit spongy on the end there, so if you do make it out here, just watch that. If you're not a fan of moving things that are 50 metres in the air, probably don't recommend it, but give it a shot, it's not too bad. that's pretty much it. There's not a lot else to see. Look, definitely worth the $20, to be honest. It's, you know, compared to Perth, we don't see this kind of rainforest stuff around, so hey, it's worth it. It's not too bad. Like I said, if you spend a bit more time, look around, it's always good to come and check out some different bits and pieces. So we might as well end it there. I think we're going to sign it off. So we've got to trek back to Brisbane, about an hour and a half drive, but nothing different to what I do in Perth, so it's not too bad. But who knows what we're going to be doing on the next episode. Obviously rain's coming, although being tropical, fingers crossed it's mainly afternoon, night, but that's going to be another episode of Last Minute Living. We'll see you on the next one. We've got a secret trip coming up. Stay tuned.